dire, mais qu'est-ce qu'il fait, gros? Allez, DJ, pousse-nous la musique, Obélix va ouvrir son corps. Moi, j'adore quand il fait des musiques un petit peu d'horreur.
Allez, le monde de taper dans les mains, you can clap your hands. Clap your hands, come on, come on, come on, with Asterix et Obélix.
I want you to have a warm welcome for your teams as soon as they hit the ice rink, you guys. Maintenant, très bon pour faire du bruit pour les équipes qui s'apprêtent à rentrer sur la glace. Je vous envoie.
Les arbitres de cette rencontre sont licenciés et désignés par la Fédération internationale de hockey sur glace. The game official for the game have been licensed in the 1998 by the International Ice Hockey Federation. Les arbitres sont, the referee of the game is Mr. Kaufman and Mr. Salonen. Les juges de ligne sont the linesman are Mr. Oliver and Mr. Romsten. La composition de départ de l'équipe de Slovénie, the starting line for Team Slovenia. Le numéro 32, number 32, Kosec. Numéro 7, number 7, Pretnar. Numéro 86, number 86, Kovacevic. Numéro 8, number 8, Jeglic. Numéro 24, number 24, Tikar. Numéro 55, number 55, Sabolic. La composition de départ de l'équipe de République tchèque, the starting line for Team Czech Republic. Le numéro 34, number 34, Vracek. Numéro 45, number 45, Simek. Numéro 3, number 3, Gudas. Numéro 93, number 93, Vracek. Numéro 14, number 14, Prenacek. Numéro 88, number 88, Pastnak.
Hello everybody from Paris, France. John Abbott, Dave Tomlinson bringing you Group B action game number 5 of the tournament for the Czech Republic, who enter with 3 wins and enter off a 1-0 shutout overtime win. Yes, going the distance to find 1 goal in their game against Norway. Slovenia, the opponent in the white jerseys with the lime green, are looking for their first win of the tournament, trying to claw their way up out of the bottom of Group B. Czechs in their reds. We'll start Tomas Plekanec, vying for his first point of the tournament against Tichar for Slovenia. Puck is dropped and it'll be Slovenia controlling first. Tichar working out of the corner. Sabolic knocked down. Puck comes free. Moved around to the near side wall. Plekanec in for Pasternak. Looked like he was going to have Sarun cutting to the net, but defended at the last moment by Kovacevic. And Slovenia able to clear. Working down ice. Puck jumps back to center. Voracek, the captain for the Czech Republic in the vicinity, but they'll peel back to the bench and get an early change in. Slovenia, problems with it behind their net. Cervenka able to pounce. Work to the far boards. Back behind the Slovenian goal, manned by Krojel into the slot, and a wrister by Kovac, the overtime hero for the Czech Republic, was blocked in front. And a penalty coming up out of the corner. Early opportunity for the Czech Republic.
And it's going to be a tripping call against Gregorc, who was caught up in trying to deal with Radil, and that hack on the left foot brings Radil down, and the Slovenians put the Czech Republic on an early power play. As through the tournament, the Czech Republic are 3 for 14 coming into this game.
Kasper Krojel is the goaltender for Slovenia. He'll be put to the test likely here early. Peter Mrazek at the other end for the Czech Republic. Power play for the Czechs as they try to get something going early. Horak out of the corner. Pasternak, left wing side. Pasternak plays to the line. Wrist shot tipped in front. Horak couldn't get it on goal. Slovenia a chance to clear. Horak nearly intercepted, but pushing it down the ice is Music. Back in is Voracek. Voracek right side, takes a look across. Voracek holds, now shoots, that's off an ankle, and Music again this time all the way down to Peter Mrazek waiting for it at the other end.
Patient penalty killing by Slovenia causes Voracek, to force a pass, and that's the up ice pressure now by Slovenia.
Yeglish out there on the forecheck, shorthanded forward for Slovenia. Coming in is Repik, dishes over Kovac as the Czechs get back in on the power play. Cervenka at the line, receives it back. Cervenka with traffic in front, steps into one, stop, Krojel rebound, ushered aside, and they'll score. Repik on the side door gives the Czechs a 1-0 lead.
Costly penalty to take early in the hockey game, and Slovenia pays for it. Repik in the right spot, stayed open, his first of the tournament. As the shot comes through traffic after it's worked to the point, back down to the half wall. Krojel can't handle it, and it's bumped over. Kovac knows that Repik's going to be there. As Cervenka gets it to the net, and Repik's not going to miss from there. 1-0, Czech Republic on the board.
Nice setup to find Repik coming in. Had 2 helpers prior. And the second rounder, formerly of the 2007 draft out of the Florida Panthers, finds an early goal for the Czechs.
And that's a basic play too. Get it to the goaltender, battle away, and with Repik off to the side, he was left unmarked.
Czechs lead 1-0. Looking to make it 4 straight wins at the tournament after losing their opening game to Canada 4-1. Kovac and Cervenka the assist. That was a power play goal. And Repik right back after it. Near the line, shot to the goal is blocked. Bernier couldn't reel it in. Worked to the far side, and Kempny trying to direct it on goal for an opportunity in front. Bernier, Knuckler, knocked down in front, trying to grab that second chance. In tight was Vrana. Couldn't quite turn it to the goal, and Krojel, although active, didn't have to make a save.
And the last 2 shots towards him have bounced off his chest protector. He's going to have to gather those in, or it'll be a long night for him and his team.
Moving up ice, the Czechs. An early power play goal in their pocket. Slovenia has not scored much in the tournament, but they have a 2-on-1. The wrist shot to the net is kicked out on the right side by Mrazek. Good early stop for Peter Mrazek on his first real test. And it was Music, I believe, coming down the far boards that was able to test the young Czech goaltender. Lively crowd in Paris. Czechs have their fans into it early. Krojel, the goaltender for Slovenia, played it to the corner, worked back behind the net. Pasternak takes a look, swings wide to the line, and that crosses it. It'll come out. Plekanec, who led the team in scoring at last year's tournament with 5 goals. We mentioned off the top, Dave, still looking for his first point. Might have an opportunity here as Voracek swung it through the top of the crease, hoping that Plekanec was still there, but they committed to going down too low in the zone.
That pass was too late, but a quick little 2-on-0 for the Czechs.
Slovenia. Sabolic drifted one towards the Czech zone. Played across, Šimik to Gudis. Kovac resets. Pass missed in center. That'll go the length of the ice and icing against the Czech Republic.
Well, these teams are going in different directions, but here Music is up ice, elects to shoot. That's the smart play. Mrazek's out above the blue, turns to the side, gets down and gets the right pad on it. I mentioned the shots for the Czech Republic in this tournament so far, 144, 66 against.
Slovenia, opportunity from the line and a pad stop by Mrazek. But Lipnik put it towards the goal. Now we played the other way for Radil. Radil checking up, looking for red jerseys coming in behind him. Had Cervenka down low, unable to cycle it to him. Urbas knocked off the puck in the Slovenia zone. Czechs get another crack at it. Kempny at the line, slap shot, chest save, rebound, and there's that second opportunity delivered off the chest pad, Dave, but the Slovenia group able to clear.
The Czech Republic here are going to take note of that, make sure the shots are high and through, and then battle for the rebounds.
1-0 off a goal from Repik. Czechs leading, trying to move up in the standings in Group B. This is game number 5 for both teams at the 2017 World Hockey Championship. Kempny, some difficulties with it. Repik in his own zone, nearly collided with his own teammate. Slovenia takes advantage, able to pick up the puck. Orgianchik trying to go to the line. Orgianchik stymied there. And Slovenia will play up as the Czechs make a change. Nearboard bank job. Rodman trying to go to himself to advance up the ice. That didn't work. And Krojl nearly caught an edge on his heel and fell backwards and then collided with his own teammate behind his net as well. Things looking awkward in the early goings for Slovenia. Kondratic near side. Down low in the Slovenia zone. Chopped in at the side of the goal by Vidmar. Czech still controlling at the point. Wrister goes wide of the glove side of Krojl. Zahorna in on the forecheck, trying to free it up. Slovenia now a pocket of time. The Czechs back off, and Slovenia will be able to move it.
And the Slovenian team's going to need quick puck movement. If you slow things down, you run into 5 in the neutral zone like that.
Sabolic lost it. Robar back to defend. Bodies flying everywhere on the ice that's been used, to say the least, very frequently here in Paris. Opportunity for Voracek, has one man to beat, unloads from the left wing side and missed on the blocker, short side of Krojl. Sabolic couldn't find it at center again. Pasternak on a quick transition. Pass across the line was pressured there by Gregorc. The Slovenia defenseman knocked it out. Tichar reaching for it as Jeglic and Sabolic holding the line. Jeglic pressuring Gudis, took the hit, did Radko Gudis, one of the many flyers involved in this tournament. And Plekanec will come up in on the right wing side. Plekanec to the slot, Voracek to Pasternak, a shot and a left pad stop by Krojl, his best of the period.
Nice puck movement by the Czechs, but a better stop by the goaltender.
Pardon me, Tichar looked like he might be freed up as Ruda had his difficulties wearing number 90 for the Czechs of that Slovenia line, but Czechs not caught, and Kempny with a long slapper into the 5-hole area. Krojl got the pads together. Czech Republic leading thanks to a goal from Repik, 1-0 over Slovenia in Paris.
Allez, la piscine, qui est passée de l'autre côté d'abord. Vous savez, comme vous êtes dans les écrans, les amis, même si vous avez rebarbé juste à côté de vous, c'est bisous. Le bisou, allez! Ah, ils veulent pas. Ah, ils veulent pas le bisou. Oh, c'est terrible.
Look at the Czech goal scorer. bringing the fans to their feet. Of course, the mascots in Paris can do that as well. John Abbott, Dave Tomlinson, Group B play. Czech Republic leading Slovenia 1-0.
Talked about these teams going in different directions. The Czechs lost their first game to Canada. They've been winning ever since.
Near boards, Slovenia's zone. Murzak looked like he hauled down Chervenka, and indeed the captain for Slovenia to the box.
This is a tripping penalty to their best player. That's Murzak. As the Czechs roll back onto the power play. Murzak caught reaching. And then again, a stick into the feet. That was the first penalty that the Czechs got the power play with, a tripping call in the offensive zone for them. It'll happen again here.
Referees, Roman Goffman, Nancy Salonen, linesman Brian Oliver, and the Canadian, Nathan Van Oosten. Plakanec shown the door. Music could win for Slovenia. Czechs control. Šemek across. Far side shot tipped in front, and a left pad stopped down low by Krožel, who's been good with the lower extremities today.
Let's see if Slovenia can make an adjustment with their penalty kill in front of their own net to clear rebounds.
Czechs back in, near boards on the power play. That's how they have the lead. A 1-0 goal from Michael Repik with a man advantage, and Slovenia inches one across the line. Pasternak goes back to his own zone to leave it. Voracek up the right wing side. Played in. Behind the goal of Krožel. Centering pass, they'll jam at it, and the Czechs think they've scored. Now Voracek will put it on, no sign there. That looked close to a 2-0 Czech lead.
That was almost too easy. Pass out in front, and it looked like Horak just put it right in the net.
No sign, so play remains on a power play. Ruda's drive from the point is turned away by the right pad of Krožel. Slovenia might have caught a break there. Looked like an easy, empty net to play for. 45 seconds to go. Czech power play, early 1-0 lead for the Czech Republic. Back in on the far boards. Looking across to set up Repik, unable to get that puck right through the crease. Will be played on the near point. Ruda does go on the far boards. Driving the lane, Bernair. Able to find him, Repik. Repik now to Chervenka. Again, far point, Ruda. Across. Into the slot. Ruda, far boards. Down low, swings it. Chervenka shoots off the glove post. Rebound pushed through the legs there of Krožel, and the Czechs have done everything but score.
Well, they might have scored earlier. They got the lamp on at the timekeeper's bench, but the referees haven't noticed.
Chervenka resets. Kovac swings in front, wrist shot. They'll score! Michael Repik is second to give the Czechs a 2-0 lead.
Well, this is a 5-on-5 goal for Repik, but they're going to trace things back to earlier on the power play, because I believe that Horak had scored. In fact, the next shot that went towards the net looked like it went on the camera in the net. And yet play continues. They do celebrate with a legitimate goal that everybody on the ice sees. But look at Horak here in front of the net. Boom. That's off the camera. That's a goal. But play continued. It's Pasternak who set him up. He'll get a helper. Referees missed that one. And Repik, for good measure, scores later. This came right off the lens of the camera. Horak then bumps into the goaltender, Krožel. Here's the goal. Coming across, Repik across the green through the 5-hole. Short-lived celebration. They're going to look to reset the clock back to the Horak goal. It's referee Nancy Salonen getting instruction.
That would be the difference of a power play goal for Horak or a 5-on-5 goal as a power play expired for Repik. And plenty of game clock expired while they were waiting for the play to stop.
Horak's going to get his second of the tournament. And Slovenia is not making it any easier on themselves with some errant tripping calls throughout the first half of this first period that turned into goals against.
Horak, originally drafted by the Rangers in 09, perhaps most famous for playing on both Alberta rivals, Calgary and Edmonton, during his career. And we've got our decision.
So after review, we have to disallow the last goal because there was a goal before that. So we have a good goal.
Trying to be concise on the mic, we understand. Take away the Repic second goal and award a power play marker to Horak, his second of the tournament. His prior goal, a power play goal as well, so he's cashed in big time with the man advantage.
Pardon the pun, but an unchecked check again in front of the net. Cashes in. 2-0 Czech Republic.
Now the time is yet to be reset, but Horak has his second of the tournament, which is also the second of the game for the Czech Republic. Early start for them, Dave, and we talked about generating some more offense as the Czechs have found themselves in some tight hockey games. And it goes back to 11:40 on the clock remaining in period number 1.
Well, with the Czech Republic, losing the opener to Canada, they get the tough game out of the way. Slovenia lost in a shootout, their opener, and have been losing ever since.
Czech Republic up 2-0. Strange way to get the second goal, but they were going to make sure if the first one that was undecided going in or not. Cashing in was Repic to ensure it, as scooping one up as Krojul. It's already been a long game for the Slovenian netminder.
It certainly has been, but this one is staying in his glove. Kasper Krojul, the Ljubljana, Slovenia, has got to be perfect from here on in and hope that his team can get some up-ice pressure. Stay out of the penalty box.
Gregorts behind the Slovenian goal to the far side. Missed Verlic on the boards in front of the bench. Kicks back into the Slovenia zone. Robart back in his own end. Gregorts ahead. Slovenia gaining some ground. Mrzak pushed to the corner as he comes in. Play to the left of Mrazek. Czechs able to steal. Mrzak pressuring. Swung around by Zahorna. Czechs have lots of time. Both teams will change. Approaching the halfway point of the first period. Stop me if you've heard that before.
Well, the Czechs, as they are, will slow things down, get their breakout set, and then come up with speed.
Plakanit's in, and a hit behind the goal there as Voracek collides with Repe in the lineup, wearing 61 for Slovenia. And Voracek not necessarily known to throw the weight around. That was a pretty good collision.
It certainly was, as Podlipnik is trying to battle in the corner a couple of times now. You see the goal scorer, Roman Horak, at the Czech bench. The Slovenian team get beaten by a move and then reach with the stick. It's caused 2 tripping penalties, consequently 2 power play goals for the Czech Republic.
Cervenka thrown aside, doesn't like that call. Kovac will come in and take it for the Czechs against Goljacic. Slovenia able to ricochet that one down, hustling after it, Kempny into the Chicago Blackhawks. Move to the near board. Slovenia traps at center ice. Back in briefly. Kondratic will reach center. Turn one in at the other end. Kovacevic. Far corner for Slovenia. Up to Goljacic. Now it's center. Wobbling puck there. Knocked away. Getting the stick in the lane was Kempny. He'll have it sent back to him. Kempny. Stretch pass to the line. Off a skate. Goes the other direction against the Czechs. Coming in are Slovenia. It was a 3-on-2, but the drop pass turned it over. And it'll be played up by Radil. Back to the line for Ruda, and a stick in the lane there for Music, able to defend the Slovenian line.
Smart play by him, as he was the one that made a drop pass, and the teammate was not aware, and that was back-checking mode for him.
Slovenia have found 9 goals through 4 games in the tournament. The surprise was 4 against Switzerland in the opener after being down 4-0. They tied the game, went to a shootout, and lost by a goal. Closest they've been to winning one. Slovenia will change. Czech Republic with their crowd jumping. Repic to the net. Knuckler stop. Krojul problems with the rebound, and Vrana nearly had a tap in.
This is looking like that game you just referenced, where Slovenia was having some goaltending issues, some bad goals against. They pulled their goalie after the first period and then came back.
Glove stopped by Krojul that time. Sabolic just wants to get it out, and he will to center ice. Czechs can smell blood a little bit. Zohorna advanced it. Moved to the slot, and nearly a tip on the fly for the man coming in late in that opportunity. Czechs at the line. Šimik across. Gudis a stop. Rebound, they'll jam it in. Third goal of the first period, and the Czechs are in control.
Good puck movement, and the Czechs are making this look easy. Crowd behind him in this building. Horak gets his second of the evening. And once again, when it's sent towards the net, the goaltender stops it initially as the D-to-D pass comes, the hard one-timer, and hops right onto the stick of number 51. Short little celebration there, as that was a hard wobbling point shot off the right pad. Hansel doesn't need to get at it because Horak's on the forehand, and he puts it 5-hole. There's the view from the goaltender. Where is it? It's right past you. 3-0. The Czechs are in control.
First even strength goal of the tournament for Horak, his second of this first period to make it 3-0 Czech Republic. Pastrnak missed a stretch pass to send him in between two defenders. Krojul, pressured by Pastrnak, worked to the line, or right point Kondratic. At the line, tipped in front, skipping past the glove side of Krojul as Pastrnak trying to get a blade on it. Slovenia, Pritnar. Defenseman moved it up, nearly found Urbas on a play in behind the Czech. D. Urbas shoots in a chest stop by Mrazek against the blocker post to keep them honest. Urbas resets down the boards. Verlic keeps the cycle moving. Slovenia trying to answer back early. That's usually the only hope they have. Shot from the line by Repe is blocked, and Pastrnak the other way has it stolen at the last minute by Podlipny.
First game of the tournament for Slovenia. Krojul, 4 goals on 15 shots. He gets the hook. Kondratic comes in and almost gets the win. They lost in that shootout you talked about.
Slovenia off a turnover, played it through the top of the crease. Penalty coming up against the Czechs as they handcuff themselves in their own zone. And Slovenia, an opportunity to try and come back, but it's a 3-0 Czech lead early in the first. John Abbott, Dave Tomlinson bring you into Paris, France in a 3-0 Czech lead early in the first period. Slovenia an opportunity on the power play. Their first of the game to try and claw their way back. English, who had suffered a 2-game suspension due to a kick to one of the Swiss forwards, Rufinok, to take the draw for Slovenia. And the Czechs make early work of the draw win. Down the ice it goes.
Before the break, it was Michael Kempney with the hooking call. He's in the box.
To Char. Down the left wing side. Mrazek stumbled in his crease trying to hold that blocker post. No shot came through. Mrazek slides it deep. Slovenia on the outside. Near boards. Mrazek cross ice. Right point. First shot deflects nearly to Mrazek, who was on his forehand. Just couldn't get that shot to the goal. Held in at the line by Robar. Nope, they say it came out. That'll be called back against Slovenia on the power play.
Micha Robar manning the point on the power play, and at the other point, a forward Sabolic was not able to get his shot through. It just ricocheted as the coach for Slovenia looks on and thinks this could be an opportunity here. Nick Sapancic, the 48-year-old. His team can capitalize on the power play.
to Char. Back to the line, Robar. Merzak waiting. Yeglish near the line. Sabolic carries in on the Slovenia power play. Finds Yeglish, right wing side. Back to the point. Missed Robar. And Slovenia not helping themselves.
And this top unit's going to look to stay out here longer.
50 seconds to go. Slovenia power play to Char. One of the more gifted forwards. Protects the puck against Kondratic. Swings to the line. Robar, cross ice. Down low in the handoff. Work to the left wing side. Merzak shoots. High riser. Piece of Kondratic sent it up over top of Mrazek. It stays in. Robar at the line. Held it in once against Hansel. But the Czechs get the clear.
Just a bit of an opening there for Merzak, but can't get up over the shoulders of the goaltender.
5.5 to go in the first. 20 seconds remains in the Slovenian power play. Kovacevic to the net. Mrazek stopped it. Then Šimik ran right into a roadblock and turned it over. Slovenia. Verlic into the corner. Back at the line. Kovacevic. Urbas across off a stick. That'll deflect out. And sent down the ice to finish the penalty kill. Horak, the man with 2 goals.
No glorious play there for Slovenia on the power play.
Verlic, a step on Ruda. Outside, down the left wing boards, curls in behind Peter Mrazek. Verlic to the line. Trying to connect with Kovacevic. Stolen by the Czechs, played up. And it'll be curling back with it. Radil, thrown down low. Kovac, behind the Slovenia zone to the net, and a tip on. I think Ruda might have got a piece of that driving the slot from the point. Chervenka, far corner. Chervenka breaks free, nowhere to go. Chervenka sent back. Puck centered, goes to Ruda alone, shoots, that miss. Nearly hit his own man, Chervenka, behind the net. Had all kinds of time to set something up. Ruda again, top of the slot, couldn't get the pass down low. And the Czechs, if they continue to get looks like that, this is going to be a high-scoring game.
Well, it certainly is. Slovenia is just slow to react, and then once they do get the puck, they're just out of gas.
Krantz able to get it out of their own zone, and off a stick, up and out of play. That'll bring a stoppage with 4 minutes to go in the first in a 3-0 Czech Republic lead.
2-goal night for Roman Horak, as he's able to just beat the goaltender off the camera. Initially called no goal. He looked at it again. This one's a rebound play where he's right where you need to be, front of the net. And you can understand the frustration from the Slovenian fans in the building, as Horak has his second and third of the tournament. 4 minutes to go in this first period. The Czechs are easily in control, 3-0.
Goljacic, draw win. Gregor's a shot from the far point, wide of the blocker side of Mrazek. Ushered to center. Voracek saw Plekanec coming. Plekanec down the near side, pulls up, plays back across. Checks to the line. Kondratic, a slapper. Save by Krozhel, turned out. Pasternak, shifty move, sets up Plekanec with a shot, and that's blocked in front of Krozhel and deflected wide by Gregorz. Slovenia still on their heels a bit. Pasternak with 1 goal to his name, couldn't get it away from Kuralt, and Slovenia able to clear. Goljacic as far as center. Pasternak curling, had ideas to go back in, but he'll change. And pardon me, he has 4 assists in the tournament, had 1 goal in last year's tournament, trying to equal his numbers. Far side bouncing puck for Penn to deal with it. Podlipnik, 3 minutes left to go in the first period. Slovenia looking for some kind of motivation. Music taken down behind the net by Kempny. Music back up, continues to grind. Varanas ties up him. Rodman and Music working down low for Slovenia. Kicks back to the line. In from the point is Repe. And his progression down the boards will draw a slashing call. And so an opportunity arrives again.
Well, Repic, who opened the scoring, is now going to sit and watch, as in a shift where Slovenia was getting knocked down behind the net. Simultaneously, 2 players. It's Repic in onto the hands. And that's the slashing call. Repe draws the foul. Repic sits Slovenia. Their second power play, they didn't have a shot in their previous one.
Tachar wins. Robar near point to the high slot. Stick handles, passes over Merzak. Top of the circle, swings low into the slot. Tachar had it hop off his stick. Slovenia near the end of the first, a power play, trying to get on the board in a 3-0 hole. Merzak out of the left wing corner to Robar. His shot blocked. Opportunities for the Czechs to steal. They will. And it'll be carried as far as the Slovenian line. And moving it down low. Czechs able to hang on to it. Killing lots of time. Zahorna. 1:20 to go, Slovenia power play. And even shorthanded. Czechs have proven difficult to contest here as backing off Plekanec.
Slovenia just with 3 shots in this first period. The Czech Republic with 17.
Yeglish leaves for Tachar, cuts wide, curls back, Kondratic every step of the way with him. Czech Republic keeping Slovenia to the outside. Near point, Preknar across, one-timer, Sabalic turned away by Mrazek, right pad. Merzak again, Sabalic again, healed that one, and it's skipped nearly into the Czech bench. It will get out with 40 seconds to go on the Slovenia power play.
And the 1-0 overtime win against Norway. Czech Republic gave up 10 shots in that game. They are tight defensively.
Urbas finds some room, dishes over. Virlic, point blank. Wrister goes wide of the glove side of Mrazek. Under a minute to play in the first. 22 seconds to go. Slovenia power play. Second of the hockey game. And down the ice, all the way to the goaltender Krojel. Slovenia hunt around against Finland. Had it 1-0 and 2-2, and then the Finns open it up. Talked about the comeback against Switzerland to tie at 4. So they've been able to keep games somewhat close. You just can't get over that next hump, and then it goes around.
They just lack a big goal and a big game player. No Kopitar for them. Cited the long season, played in the World Cup at the start in September and October.
Czechs 2 for 2 on the penalty kill, 16 seconds to go. And that's their countrymen clapping in the stands in Paris. Knuckling puck, Krantz with 4 seconds left. He'll protect behind the net. And the Czechs have a dominant first period. 3 goals, 2 coming from Roman Horak. And the Czechs lead 3-0 after the first on TSN.
Okay, the referees have whistled the end of this first period. 140 points de classe, c'est quoi? Rapide dans cette première période. On va écouter ensemble les statistiques tout de suite sur les grands écrans.
after review, we have to disallow the last goal because there was a goal before that. So we have a good goal. So we have a good goal.
Team statistics. Lineup picks. And introducing Hockey Cards. Your face, your team, your car. Sharing with hockey fans across the world. For any smart device, in your own language. The 2017 IIHF app, powered by Skoda. Download it now from the Apple App Store and Google Play. Skoda, simply clever. Men need a real man's time to prepare themselves. Living a Men cream, super fast absorbing and not greasy. Men, this is your cream. Living a Man, it starts with you.
pertinente sur ce genre d'événement. Donc c'est l'outil essentiel qu'on avait dans ce championnat.
We remind you that you can buy the official program all around the arena in the official boutiques, as well as all the merchandising. Athletes and ability take it back home, as well as the jerseys, the scarves, the t-shirts, and everything you need to have to say that you were here with us in Paris for the 2017 Ice Hockey World Championships.
Voilà, puis des anecdotes un peu plus courtes ou pas.
Ah oui, bien sûr, si vous avez un ticket pour tout à l'heure, pour le match de tout à l'heure, le fait, France essaie de l'éviter vers la porte.
C'est
la porte.
oui. Excuse, j'avais donné ça par an. Oui.
Parce qu'on a vu quelques supporters de l'équipe de France, hein, je crois, là, en ce moment.
Ils sont déjà là, et sans donner par rapport au C, si vous voulez revenir en temps et en heure, et vous pouvez d'ailleurs revenir le plus tôt possible, pour revenir dans l'intégralité du spectacle, et puis les retours sont toujours un petit peu longs, donc vous pouvez avoir plus de monde sur le deuxième match, revenez le plus possible, et surtout sortir par rapport au C.
You have a ticket for next game for tonight, 8:15. We open the doors at 7:15. Go by door letter C, and we'll see you back. Tu parles des anecdotes,
Vous avez le programme. Cela, c'est des anecdotes de ceux qui sont dans le programme, ça c'est sûr. On les retrouve uniquement ici, sur les places de la Porte de l'Arena, et les trucs aussi, ça très sympa. Vous pouvez regarder la petite histoire dans la grande histoire du programme.
We have a few did you know quiz and now in the big screens, you guys.
Voilà, vous découvrez effectivement Dave Anderson, qui est tout simplement le 17e entraîneur national dans l'histoire de l'équipe de France. Depuis la première nomination officielle d'un coach à la tête des tricolores. Alors, le premier, en l'occurrence, vous l'avez découvert, voilà, c'est Paul Émile Provo, qui fut donc le premier dirigé des Bleus, des enfants de l'équipe de France. Et dernièrement, on a fait à l'occasion d'un championnat du monde, c'est celui de 1961, c'était à Genève, en Suisse.
Okay, let's have a did you know quiz now in English. And we're going to talk about France's team, of course, on the occasion of the 2017 World Championship in Paris. The French team has just broken its record of presence at this level by winning its 10th tournament in a row in the youth division since its return in Quebec in 2008. The French team had already stayed in the top division for 9 consecutive years from 92 to 2000. Ok, on est à moins de 5 minutes de ce coup d'envoi, 4 minutes 30. Qu'est-ce que tu en penses? La dernière.
J'adore celle-là, j'en ai peut-être pour vous encore, l'histoire de Fabrice Henry, qui est le recordman absolu de l'équipe dans les cages, en poste de gardien de l'équipe de France senior. Le célèbre rôle a été sélectionné à ce poste stratégique pendant 22 ans dans les cages, de 91 à 2013. Et vous savez qui est son fidèle, qui est le suivant, c'est son fidèle de Guillet, c'est Christophe Alluel, avec déjà 17 ans de présence au sein de la formation tricolore et dans les cages, bien sûr. Voilà, le saviez-vous comment ça va?
Eh bien, écoute, moi j'étais déjà en train de penser, quand elle était en train de terminer ce petit quiz, le saviez-vous? DJ, chante pour la musique et on va commencer à danser avec l'Interactive Squad qui est venu avec le public. Venez, on va les voir, on va les faire un petit tour. On va les rejoindre. Allez, on entoure tout ça.
Allez, on peut fermer, on peut faire plus d'ambiance. Les mains en l'air. Hands up in the air, come on. Bon, ici ça change alors, à noir.
Moi, ça danse vraiment beaucoup.
C'est déjà les supporters de l'équipe de France qui sont là et qui reprennent le Seven Nation Army. Allez, tout le monde, on y va! Ah, ils sont bons, hein. Allez, on y va!
Welcome back to Paris, France. John Abbott, Dave Tomlinson, bringing you second period action of the Czechs, who are in a party mood with a 3-0 lead against Slovenia. And there was going to be one 2-goal score in that first period, either Michael Repik or Roman Horak. As the puck getting past the man you're taking a look at right now, Gasper Krojol, 4 times, 3 goals, because one went off the camera and play had to be reset. But before they could do that, it was Repik that scored again. So it was quite the onslaught from the Czechs in that first period.
Well, Horak was a part of things. He's getting himself energized for this second period where Slovenia has to come up with something. They were a bit negligent in moving the puck cleanly out of their own zone. Some undisciplined play with the tripping penalties that were converted easily. This is an important 20 minutes for them.
Off the draw, Slovenia controls to start period number 2. Kovacevic slips one in. Mrazek will corral it. Moves to Šimik. Checks away. Buchanan bounced one towards the Czech, or the Slovenia line rather, Czech bench, and Pasternak had to look behind him, couldn't reel it in. Jeglish at the other end had it slip off his stick. A couple of broken plays to start period number 2. Voracek, who earned a helper on the first goal from Roman Horak. Backs off, and it'll be Pretnar coming up for Slovenia. Pretnar threw it deep to the right of Mrazek, reached the goal stick out there, couldn't bat it down. Jarabek, far corner, digging at it for the Czechs. Radil comes in to help out. Kovac is there as well. Slipped in behind the goal. Mrazek again didn't get a touch on it as it worked its way past him. And it'll be played up and out by Krejcik. Urbas curling back, nearly offside at the line. Mrzak now picks it off. Mrzak coming in, down the right wing side, passed it over. Difficult play on the backhand. The Slovenia forward, Verlic. Slovenia trying to cycle something. Swung back to the far point. That one missed everything for Krantz, who has to get back in a hurry against Radil and the forecheck pressure from the Czechs. And now it's turned over on the glove side. That was close as Vidmar, trying to steady the ship, plays it to the far boards. After it, Repik started the scoring for the Czechs early in the first on a power play. Ruda in from the far point, down low. Repik trying to center for Cervenka, who had a path to the net. Repik, far corner to the near side. Cervenka at the line. Kempny dishes off. Bernard leaves for Kempny. Cross crease, a man alone, trying to slip it in. They'll score on a nice setup in front. And Kempny, the benefactor, 4-0 Czech Republic.
Slovenia just falls asleep in their own end, and they pay for it once again. A man right in front of the net. Kempny finishes from in front of the net, but it was the chasing at the boards. The pass goes through, and right there, Vrana is stick handling. He's about to beat Krojol. He gets pulled out of his net. Vrana tries to go below the goal line, back out front. The puck just popped out to Kempny. He's not going to miss from there. Doesn't even have to elevate the puck, just slide it out. Krojol is bitten and out of the picture. Rodman for Slovenia tries to help. He misses. This one's getting away on the Slovenian team. 4-0 Czech Republic early in the second.
À 22 minutes et 9 secondes de but pour l'équipe de Czech inscrite par le numéro 6, Kempny assisté du numéro.
Vrana, pretty little play, as you said. Nearly had it himself as Slovenia guilty of an icing. And Kempny, one of the Chicago Blackhawks in the NHL, had only 2 goals in his time with them and has a big one for the Czechs to give him 2 in the tournament.
That's right. And one of the things about the Czech Republic in the offensive zone, they're pass it far enough away that it pulls Slovenia out of what they want as a tight checking unit in front of the net. And once they get pulled out, they can't get back in time.
Horak takes the draw. Hansel is thrown out. Hansel resets to the line. Played down low. Zohorna for the Czech Republic. Curls to the circle. Lost control. Slovenia a steal. Swung on to Mrazek from long range. Easy stop. Moves out to his right. Lucic battling there. Zohorna joined by two others. Czech's getting up the ice quickly here. Far side, that'll be stick handled at the line to slow it down. Hansel into the corner. At the point. Czechs keep it alive. Circling again, Hansel. To Krejci, lost it. Music a steal, he'll just bank it down. That'll be icing against Slovenia. Czechs looked like they were going to have an aggressive play moving ahead and then just elected to slow it all down.
They've had success at the World Championship. Slovenian coach Nick Sapancic is trying to perhaps come up with a combination of players that can keep the puck alive in their offensive zone, but they'll have to win a face-off in their own end, see if they can do something cleanly and get the puck out cleanly as well.
Thomas Plekanec, as you see Nick Pem step in aside. It'll be Music for Slovenia against Plekanec, who wins. Tucked to the line, Voracek. Played to Pasternak, cross ice, Gudis. Top of the right circle. Tried to go back across. That was a difficult pass at the best of times. Music blocked it down, but Czech still alive with it in the Slovenia zone, leading 4-0. Early second period play from Paris. Rister floats towards the goal, nearly plunked right behind the blocking hand of Krojl. Gudis across, Šimik, Rister, block, stepping up, Kurol couldn't spring himself for a breakaway. Gudis defended once, will have it tucked past him a second time. Mrazek will handle behind the net.
And their consistency with the Czech team in the offensive zone, passes all the way across the zone again to spread coverage.
Shots are 19-5 in favor of the Czech Republic and a 4-0 lead. Slovenia, with the game moving past them very quickly, trying to generate something when they have the puck in the Czech zone. Sabolic, brush past Gudis. Czechs a chance to grab possession again. Their turn to clear to center. Kovacevic careful to get that one around Chervenka. Up to Yeglish. To Char across. Praetnar in from the point. Kovac keeps up with him. Kovac a steal behind his own goal. Stumbled. And the puck recollected by Sabolic. Sabolic for Slovenia. Works back behind the net. Into the near corner. Into the slot. Stick chopped away there. Held it at the line. Sabolic again. One of the more dangerous forwards for Slovenia, but not on this opportunity as Radil will skate out. Moved it over to Chervenka. Lost it. Following up is Kovac. He had it stolen by Tichar. And it'll be Douglas able to backhand one down, and Slovenia just so much effort in their own zone. They're tired when they have an opportunity the other way.
It's been a balanced attack for the Czech Republic. 10 different players have got 1 point in this game. Horak with the 2 goals is the only multiple point guy, and with that extended cycle in the offensive zone by Slovenia, that's kind of one and done.
Repik on the forecheck, as is Brainer. Repik, side of the net, knuckling puck collected in front, Slovenia protecting. Verlic greets it in the corner, Czech Republic zone. 4-man scrum, but Mrazek really just waiting on the outside for the puck to jump to him. Had it for a moment, did Mrazek, the captain, with NHL ties to Detroit, but Slovenia back in their own end. Six minutes off the clock in the second period. 4-0 Czech Republic as they add one in this middle frame off the stick from Kempny. He's out there throwing a hit, trying to slow up the Slovenia forward Rodman. Unable to do so. This will be icing against the Czech Republic. Some eager off-ice crew in the building here in Paris as they didn't realize it was an icing, so we'll wait for the door to shut beside the Slovenia goaltender and taking a look at Kuralt, who was gone to the dressing room there.
Yeah, the puck just off the back of the leg. The Slovenian team just not reading off each other well, and it was self-inflicted.
Lipnik, shot blocked from the line. Bouncing puck collected by Ogrianchik. Back to Podlipnik. His shot blocked in front of Mrazek. Czechs a chance to clear. Will be played out by Horak. Slows it up. And he'll continue forward while the rest of his mates change. And now turn back to the bench with the 2-goal man, Roman Horak. Slovenia and Ogrianchik. Down to the right of Mrazek. Adrianchuk again behind the net. Rodman trying to protect and swing in front. Czechs converge on him. Voracek will move it out. And Jarabek at center will skip one in out of the reach of Pastrnak. And a delayed offside sends the Czech trio out.
And they'll just load the neutral zone, the Czechs will.
Kricknar breaks past that. Some room down low in the Czech zone. Backhander on. Stop Mrazek into the glove. And an easy work day so far for Peter Mrazek as the Czechs put up 4 in front of him. Kempny, the goal in this period as Slovenia trying to claw their way back in Paris.
Allez, c'est à vous maintenant. And the next read. Come on, you guys.
You've heard of men with brooms. How about men with braids?
Well, Asterix and Obelix, 2 cartoon characters that have been prancing around the arena and out on the ice, and part of every festivity here in the building in Paris at the Accor Hotels Arena. Czechs comfortably in control, and they've had a good run of things the last couple of years at the World Championship. Through their 17 games coming into this tournament, 12-2-3, but they've lost in the quarterfinals both years. 2 years ago to Canada, last year to the USA in a Austin Matthews shootout goal. 2-1 loss there.
Repik, Horak with 2, the first period goal scorers, and in the second, Michael Kempny adding a 4th for the Czech Republic. Kovac was the hero a game ago in a 1-0 overtime win against Norway. He'll set up to take the draw in the Czech zone. Lucic trying to win it deep, Czechs to it first, scramble behind the goal, work to the far corner. Able to pry it free with the Czech Republic. And Ruda advanced it in, chasing down Chervenka. Watched there by Krantz of Slovenia. Chervenka at the line, Ruda handcuffed himself, swiped back, but no, Slovenia able to get out. 3 wide, Verlicha hammered slapper from the right wing circle wide of the blocker side of Mrazek. And that's just the type of opportunity you can ill afford not to have go on goal. This one a much easier shot and therefore an easy stop for Mrazek. As Slovenia just has that threatening look, but not the threatening finish.
And that's been their tournament so far. As the one misstep by the Czechs turns into an odd man rush up ice. The smart play, get it back to the trailer. One-timer, and Kempny gets in the way of that. Deflects up high, and then the next offering towards the goaltender. Mrazek right into the glove. Verlich sits and contemplates what could have been on that scoring chance.
Vrana takes the draw for the Czechs, held in at the far point. Slovenia working out of the far corner. Playing across for Gregorcin from the line. Gregorcin at the half wall, down deep. Czechs get to the puck first, have an opportunity to clear. Vrana will send it ahead. Played down the right wing side, long wrister into Krojo, who crouches against the trapper post to cover up against Michael Repik.
Some pushing and shoving in front of the net. Slovenia trying to maybe draw the Czech Republic into some undisciplined play, but cooler heads will prevail. Vrana, a helper in this game on the Kempny goal in the second period, curled back to the bench. Slovenia needs every player they can muster in this game. Perhaps shorter shifts for them, but they've just been unable to pressure up ice and spend enough time to make Peter Mrazek any busy.
Plekanec with help from Voracek to the line. Jarabek down low, stolen. Mrazek ahead. Shot off a stick, doesn't reach Mrazek. Mrazek working for Slovenia, Czech Republic zone. Out of the reach of Plekanec. Pastrnak tried to set him up this time. Pastrnak, Voracek, Plekanec. The NHL trio playing as a forward group for the Czech Republic. Mrzak into the Czech zone again. Urbas saw a man out of the corner, moving to the slot. That was defenseman Breitnar. Didn't find him cleanly, and Urbas has to come back into his own zone, help out as it's worked back across from Kovacevic.
Urbas has 2 goals in the tournament, so does Mrzak and Sabalic, the only multiple goal scorers for Slovenia.
Most of those came in the first game of the tournament, in which Slovenia put up 4. Trying to find one here. Goljicic, far boards, let it go. Back behind the net, skipped out in front off an awkward deflection. Goljicic down after it. Czechs able to take care of their own zone here.
Czechs know when to, slow things down. Slovenia, again, they get a look up ice and then it's snuffed out in a hurry.
Rodman fortunate not to pick up a hooking call as he moved back up ice for Slovenia. Lucic turned it ahead. Trying to come in was Pem. Held at the line. Czech send it back into the Slovenia zone. Vidmar. Knuckling puck through center, not in the Czech end for very long. Again on the fly, Horak. 1 goal short of the hat trick. Won't get a good test on for Krojl. Steps out to his right to play it off a backhander. Slovenia, a man streaking through center, won't hit him. You wonder if they do start to open things up a little bit. Czechs coming right back at Slovenia. At the line, Ruda. Didn't get all of that one, missed the net. And they'll reset outside the zone.
And this is the Czech Republic again, making Slovenia chase for everything they get.
Kovac, the man late, Kempny, his shot off a stick. Picked up to the side of the goal, Yeglish. Yeglish moves it. Coming in with some speed, Slovenia cutting to the outside and kept that way by Ruda, and a right pad save against the blocker post for Mrazek off of Sabalic. Chervenka in transition, steps across the line. And this is basically an extended power play at times for the Czech Republic. They don't like what they see. They'll reset outside of the Slovenia zone and wait for something sustained.
Part of the patience that they have at this level.
Slovenia working again. At the line, Gudis. Low shot, stick save by Krojl, a good one. Kept the rebound away. Wrap around, left pad stop. Krojl can't find the second. Now he does, covering up with both hands down low.
Czech Republic, stretch pass back to the middle of the net. Gudis does a good job of getting it right through. And again, it just seems that Slovenia in their own end, they want to go after the puck, they want to be physical, but it just moves too quickly for them to adjust. Krojl finds that one.
Sweden trying to jump up to second place in their group. In action right now against Italy on TSN 1 and 4. And lead Italy 3-0 in Cologne, Germany. (3-1) the score. Italy trailing by a pair to Sweden.
What a thunderous hit in the neutral zone.
Czechs starting to throw their body around as Urbas was the second Slovenia player to hit the deck.
It was after Kovacic just stepped up and laid out one of the Czech players.
Under 8 to go in the second frame. 4-0 Czech Republic in control. Krejci hit pocketed there in the Slovenia zone by Music on the back check. Mrazek nearly coughed it up. He was pretty casual. Hasn't been tested very much. And the speed of the Slovenia forward, unable to reel it in. Now a tip play for Plekanec, who sent it wide at the other end, trying to get him his first point of the tournament. Krejci back to the line. Pass was off sights. Pastrnak. Can't hold the line. Down the ice. This is icing, rather surprisingly, but it will come back all the way in the Slovenia end.
Well, with shots being 21-6, they're trying to get physical. The Slovenian Group R. Bernard takes it as Kovacevic gets the hip in, and so what you can do, I can do. And you've got Šimik stepping up, but that's about the only part of physical play we've seen in this game. The Czechs have been moving the puck around rather freely, hence the 4-0 lead.
Kempny holds the line, plays down the boards, skips its way to Horak. Horak pressured on the far side, wants to leave, does. Zohorna goes to the net, shot follows Kondratic, that's blocked though. Able to get in front was Rodman, sprung one to center ice, had 2 targets there, neither came up with a puck. 4 Czechs go the other way. Passed over by Horak and a shot from the right wing side, blocked away by Krozil. Kempny at the line, tries to fire as well. Czechs aren't done despite a 4-0 lead. Zohorna in the corner against Goljicic. Kempny holds in for the Czechs. Move to Hansel. Nearly a trip up there as Horak lost his stick. He'll go to the Czech bench. Puck bounces right towards him and the Czechs can't play it. And Kondratic's got to get back. Slovenia in transition, trying to use this to their advantage, and a pass across won't work from Pem as Kondratic intercepted. Slovenia does corral a second opportunity to set something up, perhaps. Gregorts centering. Pem to the slot, wrist shot, fought off by Mrazek with the left arm, and he'll cover up in front as well.
Kempny clears the crease.
4 goals from Czech Republic, 1 in the second frame from Kempny, leading Slovenia the 2017 World Hockey Championship. Good crowd on hand for Czech Republic, Slovenia today from Paris. Group B action. John Abbott, Dave Tomlinson with you, and the Czechs in control.
Game number 34 of the tournament. And the Czech Republic feel that they're getting better as this tournament goes on. A shutout win last game against Norway that they took the win in overtime. And they're not allowing Slovenia to get any footing in this game at all.
Sabolic at the line, doesn't shoot. Only 8 shots for Slovenia in the hockey game. Gregorts nearly coughed it up at center. Chervenka had a mind to go in. Yeglish back with it. Czechs aggressive, sending Slovenia back to their own zone here.
It's just one guy, Chervenka, doing all the work.
Radil trying to slow down Gregorts, steps across the Czech line. Gregorts will carry, tried to cut wide for a backhander, and he's shoved to the ice there by Radko Gudas. As Gudas takes out another. Gudas is going to leave the helmet, has to get to the bench, can't play the puck with it. And Radil will send it in deep to allow the line change to occur. Mrazek swats that bucket out of the way with the play at the other end.
Gudas will finish every check. You have to keep your head up when he's bearing down on you.
Gudas, who started his career in Tampa Bay, now in Philadelphia, 433 penalty minutes in his NHL career.
Dealt to Philly for Braden Coburn, a couple of picks.
Even going after his captain in Giroux as Mrazek steps in offside. An altercation with Czech and Canada.
A couple of power play goals to start for the Czech Republic. Repik starts it. And then you've got Horak getting one that eventually they found. Rebound goal by Horak for his second of the hockey game, and to open the second period, Kempny gets into the action. Go to the net, find the puck. Little celebration there, 4-0, that's where we stand. Repik opens things. Kempny with the 4th this season last year. First year in the NHL as a 26-year-old.
Czechs in a log jam in Group B. Coming into this game, had 7 points, tied with both Norway and the Finns, who started very slow. Finland able to work their way back up. The Czechs are trying to separate themselves and move up into the top 3, have a chance to do that. And the game coming up this afternoon, 2 p.m. Eastern, France and Belarus on TSN 3 and 5. The hosts had a wonderful effort against Canada, taking them to the brim. Canada hanging on for a 3-2 victory. Voracek to the goal, stick saved from one knee down by Krojol. And France also trying to add their name to a group of teams that have clogged up the middle of Group B in Paris, France. Slovenia up ice, one hopper into the Czech zone, swinging one down low. Rodman. Crowd trying to do the wave here in Paris, and it's mostly Czech supporters, so they'll be happy as the play advances through center. Pasternak to Voracek. Continues to muscle his way to the front of the net, forced behind it, but still has that puck on a leash.
Yeah, this the strength, the one hand to keep the puck on the stick and the defense at bay.
Right pad stopped by Krojol. Czechs pressuring, force a turnover. Slovenia just able to fight them off, and Kuralt, who had left the game in this period, trying to get something started at the other end. Pamashot, right pad stopped by Peter Mrazek on his best test, perhaps, of the hockey game. Kempney spinorama. Dangerously right through his own crease. Tachar was pressing.
Kempney played just one game for Chicago in the Stanley Cup playoff opening round loss to the Nashville Predators.
Zahorna dials it up, comes in, knocked down to his knees, back up, had the puck rest in front of him. Spills over into the near corner, 4-man scrum. Tachar able to break that free, centering for Slovenia with 2 minutes left. Yeglish sends it in deep, and Mrazek will tee it up.
One of the rare times Slovenia wins a puck battle in their own end, but once they get up ice and they kind of stumbled, they're back in their own end again.
Kovacevic at the line. Šimik tried to hold it in. Verlic, far side. Nearly a hip check there, as Verlic just slipped out of the direction of Gudis. Shot from the line, blocked in front. Šimik away. And Kovac as well at center ice, but unable to get anything going. Czechs okay with that. Minute 23 remaining. 4-0 Czech Republic. 2-goal game from Roman Horák. Batted around by Radko Gudis. Kovacevic. Slovenia defender working his physical presence in the corner. Played to the line. Slovenia trying to get out. Finding it in his skates. Kovacevic moved as far as center. Leaping for it. Krejcik. Back in his own zone. Kondratic. Final minute to play in the second.
The Czechs will have their hands full on Mother's Day playing against the host country, France. You mentioned you're going to play later today against Belarus.
Breitnar moved it in. And it'll be thrown to the goal by Goljacic. Vidmar across. Slovenia would love to get one near the end of the period just to provide them with some oomph heading into the third. A little hop in their step perhaps, but the Czechs have done a good job shutting them down today.
Well, they've clamped down in the latter part of the second period, the Czechs have, and just easier night for the goaltender Mrazek. A couple of stops, one off the glove, one off the blocker early in the period. That's about it.
Mrazek was in net for the loss to the Canadians and the win against the Finns, and he is 20 minutes away from another victory as the Czechs in control after 2, leading Slovenia 4-0 Group B action from Paris.
Ja lahko bi dal če sami. Ja, seveda.
And determination I need every day. The years of training, pushing myself to be the strongest, the sharpest. My dedication to the game, to my teammates who are counting on me to deliver. The nerves, the preparation and ritual before the exam of the match. The responsibility of doing my best.
6. Quelques nouvelles quand même de ce qui se passe du côté de Cologne. Il y a 3-1. C'est un Suède-Italie et c'est la Suède qui mène 3-1 face aux Italiens qui marquent pas beaucoup de points, c'est vrai, dans ce championnat.
Yeah, the score in Cologne is 3-1 for Sweden versus Italy. We'll see how it goes at the end of this game.
Et qu'est-ce qu'on fait maintenant?
Nous voulons vous remercier de venir habiller, décorer, déguiser aux couleurs de votre pays. Évidemment, les caméras ne ratent absolument rien de votre entrée dans la mer.
Ouais, j'adore cette séquence, effectivement, c'est comme vous retrouvez ici, on a l'habitude de voir ici les gens pendant la fête pour emmener votre équipe vers la victoire. Et j'aime quand on vous retrouve sur le fronton de la Grande Arena et c'est sympa, c'est bien.
You guys check it out. Maybe our colors was on you. They were on you maybe when you were entering your arena with all the colors and everything about your countries. It's now on your space. Check it out.
Le programme, je vous le rappelle bien sûr, de par dépassant ce programme, petite participation parce que si on doit parler, je pense que c'est 2 euros, donc ça mérite vraiment, ça ne coûte pas grand chose et c'est vraiment plein d'informations. Ne le ratez pas, ne le manquez pas et allez dans la boutique officielle de ce championnat du monde.
You can buy the official programs all over the arena and all days out, all the next days coming up. We still have 8 days of championship with the quarterfinals on the Thursday 18th. So you can have everything, what was happening, what will be happening inside the official program. You can go buy it in all the official boutiques, as well as things in these little token tickets that you can bring back home with the jerseys and the caps and everything you need to see that you were there with us. Et si vous avez votre ticket, c'est à l'heure.
C'est que toute l'équipe de la Grande Arena vous le rappelle avec aussi, mais sortez bien par la porte C si vous voulez revenir tranquillement sans problème. Si vous avez votre billet pour le match suivant, porte C obligatoire.
You have a ticket for the game later, you have to go through door C, the letter C will be waiting for you. Come early, venez à 17h15. évidemment, pensez aussi, on vous attend pour le match à 20h15 ce soir. Vous pouvez encore acheter vos billets.
Ah oui, il faut effectivement. Mais l'ambiance, on l'attend sur cette deuxième rencontre. Mais l'ambiance, elle est déjà là. Et on va peut-être la vérifier. C'est entre nous, mais essayer de faire un repas. C'est pas raison qu'on n'y arrive pas. Grosse ambiance, on va faire un maximum de bruit, que vous soyez français, parce qu'il y a beaucoup de supporters français déjà dans la communauté là. Que vous soyez slovène, que vous soyez de la République tchèque. Et bien c'est maintenant, on se met ensemble, together, les équipes ensemble.
Happy to challenge every game, every match, every fan. The noise means to know who is going to do the best noise, the more noise. Actually decided today, because there's not that many, to do it all together. What do you think? Maybe the smallest arena, but the best noise. What do you think, you guys? On our count, 3, 2, 1, we're going to be doing that with this behind us. And we're going to do a lot of noise. Are you ready, you guys? All together! Okay,
On s'y met tous, on y va, on fait maximum de bruit. Le noise maker, voilà, c'est installé déjà sur les écrans. Il est là. On vous donne un peu plus loin. Et puis on y va, attention.
3, 2, 1, Allez, nous sommes à moins de 3 minutes de cette troisième période, 4-0 toujours pour la République tchèque, 3-0 pour Czech Republic. Et si on commençait, on continue à danser un petit peu avec le petit échange, on va mettre un petit peu de droite ici dans l'arena avant que les athlètes reviennent.
Allez, on est parti. On se remet un petit peu pécho. On y va. C'est la Netscap, c'est voilà, l'ambiance qui bouge. DJ Georges, c'est reparti.
Come on, wave at the big screens, you guys!
Slovenia, welcome Slovenia. Oh yeah.
L'arbitre sont de nouveau sur la patinoire, ça veut dire que les athlètes s'apprêtent dans quelques secondes à rentrer sur cette patinoire. In a few seconds, both teams will be back for this third period. 4-0 for Czech Republic for the moment.
Ça vous bouge les pieds. Allez, you can dance, come on.
Fans anxiously awaiting the arrival of the two teams back on the ice in Paris, France for the third period. Group B action, John Abbott, Dave Tomlinson taking a look at the Czechs led out by Peter Mrazek in control, 4-0 after 2 periods of play. Outshot in that middle frame, 6-4 by Slovenia. And it is the Czechs trying to climb their way up into second place in the pool, right behind Canada. It'll be Slovenia having to break the mold to give them any kind of a challenge in the third.
Well, the Czechs have faced Slovenia only one other time at the World Championship. That was 2013, a 4-2 victory there, and that didn't help them in the overall standings as the Czech Republic ended up in 7th. The program's in a bit of a transition phase. Jager obviously retired. Some of the older players that couldn't normally play in years past, Verbata and Hemsky, and Krejci's lost to injury for them, but there's some younger players now. They're getting an opportunity. For this Czech team, 6 players that are playing today, it's their first chance at the World Championship. Another 6, it's their second World Championship. They're trying to regrow. It's some of their youth injected into these high-level tournaments. A disappointing World Cup. They'd like to make up for it here with a strong preliminary round.
Italy in action on TSN 1 and 4, trailing the Swedes 4-1. It's Italy, Slovenia, Belarus trying to avoid relegation. And it's a Tall climb for some of the countries to be able to do that. Slovenia, another period to work against the Czechs. Pasternak, near board, swings it deep, around to the far side. Šimik in from the line. Pressured at the point, Šimik gets it back, traffic in front, moves it over. Voracek cuts to the net, backhander scores! Oh boy, that looked like the top corner, but off the post and out. Very close to Voracek opening the scoring within the first 30 seconds of the third to make it 5-0 for the Czech Republic.
Would have been his second of the tournament, but a net drive along the blocker side to the backhand and past the glove of the goaltender Kroschel, but hit iron.
Already had one in and out of the net in the first period. Off the net cam, play continued. Czechs would score again just for good measure. So close, but cigar for Voracek. Urbas to drive on, right pad stop by Mrazek. Urbas centering, no one home in front. Mrazek got there too late. Czechs will clear. In behind the play, Rister goes wide of the goal of Kroschel, who Dave, we thought perhaps would get a rest. It's been prior games at the tournament. As the Czechs set up in front, Kovac's shot is blocked. That Slovenia deciding to alternate goaltenders throughout the game, but Kroschel looks like he's going to go the distance.
He will, and he was spitting out rebounds in the start of the hockey game. Czech Republic goes 2 for 2 on the power play early, and that set the wheels in motion for a cruise to a 4-0 score here in the third.
Repik in deep, trying to swing one in front. So Bernard didn't work. Czech crowd on their feet early. Kondratic, wrist shot. Knuckler that hit the ice, changed directions. Looks like it hit one of his teammates in front.
That's Repik. It hit him off the right arm. He's going to stay in there, try to dig for the puck.
Repik will send one in. Czech Republic changing. Held it at the line due to some hustle. Slovenia slow start to this third period. In a 4-0 hole. Try to dial it up now. Kuraltin protects on the far side. Swings in behind Mrazek. Plays to the line. Podlitnik in from the point. Wrist shot. Knuckler wide of the trapper side of Mrazek. Podlitnik plays in Lyon, France. So knows the surroundings very well.
Yeah, the Lyon Dragons.
Podlitnik, number 14, shoots again from the far circle, blocked in tight in front of Mrazek, and Podlitnik scampering back after it in his own zone. Samolic delivers one cross corner to the far boards, bouncing puck. Oh, look out, heavy collision with the end boards there.
Šimik checking his left hand as he goes to the bench.
Voracek, high slot the other way, trying to find Pasternak. Pasternak reels one in off the near boards. Backhander cross zone down low. Voracek missed it. In from the line is Kempny, who has a goal. That was the 4-0 tally back in the second period. Breitnar gets to it to clear for Slovenia.
Pasternak has yet to score. He has 5 helpers. But when he gets going, look out.
Gudas sent it on. Czechs will change. Urbas across the line at Mrazek heading to the net. Mrazek picks it up behind the goal. Mrazek centering, quick shot, and Mrazek had it, but they'll score. Fooling Mrazek was Verlic in front, and Slovenia on the board in the third.
Glimmer of hope. Slovenia finally get on the board. Verlic stationed in front. His first goal at this tournament. And it's from a forecheck. Mrazek behind the net. Tries to center it, gets it back. And just a cute little pass out front. Verlic does the rest. It's off the post. Mrazek is reaching back. Thinks he can keep it from going over the line. But it's off his back. It's over the line. Dropped the goal stick a little late. They will take a look at this. But the post, right off the numbers. And Mrazek was quick to drop that stick and make sure that he would get it with the blocker.
Did that go all the way across?
Roll down his back. They don't get a look at it. Referee was right there, pointed goal, and he was to the blocker side of Mrazek. The puck was up on end. And they have a look that would show, that will back up what the referee, Ansi Salonen, saw. He's quick to put the helmet on and make the decision here.
After review, we have a good goal.
Well, very concise, and a couple of Slovenia supporters in the crowd cheer. Now, another look at us, Dave. Off the blocker, off the post, off the back.
Hits the camera first. That's the riddle in the middle.
Mrazek beaten. And it's Slovenia getting some life here in the third period. Lots of time to work. 15:40 remaining. Robar dishes a backhander in. At the line. Held there by Rodman. Far side, Jerebic up for the Czechs, and comes Repik in behind the D alone. Backhander, that one went wide of the blocker's side, and Slovenia coming back. It'll be Robar crashing into the net.
Fresh ice. Robar takes himself, the net, and everything else to the backboards. Repik is trying to fend off the hook and go to the backhand. Just rolls off the back of the blade. Kroschel, you see him stretching out with the right leg and getting the blocker down at the same time, and then boom, into the net. Meet your Robar, meet the net.
7th World Championship for Robar, a veteran on that Slovenian blue line. And Repik, who thought he had a 2-goal game. That was one of the goals called back because one prior to his ended up in the net from Horak. Repik was looking to equal his Czech teammate. Horak on the dot to try and control the Slovenia zone. Can't. This one up and out though.
Doesn't really look like the Czechs are going to try to go for double digits. It's already happened at this tournament over in Pool A. Russia, 10-1 throttling over Italy. They were 6 for 6 on the power play in that game. In this pool, Pool B, Canada beat the team you're seeing in white and neon green. That's Slovenia. It was a 7-2 victory. A late marker for Slovenia for window dressing. Chad Johnson got his first win for Canada. Canada still undefeated at this tournament.
Russia entered the day 21 goals produced in the tournament for top spot in that category, leading Group A. Canada right behind them with 20, and of course the Canadians lead the group that we bring you play out of today. Czechs looking for more, and a backhander goes off the glove arm of Kroschel and out.
Correct, trying the hat trick there, goal, but it's not going to get past the goalie.
Trying to send up Hansel to Horak, top of the slot. Kural sent back in Zahorna, and a tough one there as Kempny and Kural come together.
Czech Republic thought it was offside, so did Slovenia.
Oh, big two-handed slash as the shot delivered by Gudis reaches the net, and they're not done yet on the far side.
No, behind the play, you're right. Kempny and Kural, they were tied up together and slid right in front of the Slovenian bench, and both teams stopped, watched, waited. The play continued, and then Gudis came into a one-timer.
2 minutes penalty for both guys. Cross-check.
Both guys cross-check. You see the play got intercepted there by Kempny. Kural follows through with him, and when Kempny lands, look at the right knee landing on top of Kural's right knee. He already left the game earlier by getting a teammate try to dump a puck in, and whoa, the slash there to make his presence felt. A couple of cross-checks, and we've got some 4-on-4.
Chopping trees is Kural. First World Hockey Championship, he's in the box. 4-on-4, Czechs in control 4-1, although Slovenia found a goal in this third period. Verlic, first of the tournament, Mrzak, and Urbas the assists. Voracek against Tachar. Voracek wins. Wrister to the goal, glove stop by Kroschel.
You mentioned Urbas for Slovenia. He was part of the main reason that They're here at this tournament, winning last year. That was in April in Poland. Urbas was the captain of that tournament, named to the tournament all-star team and the MVP.
Vidmar lost it. Voracek, a steal, finds Plekanec, and the legs together in time for Krojul, keeping Plekanec pointless.
Wonders what he's got to do to celebrate a goal coming off of his stick. Tough year for Plekanec with the Montreal Canadiens. Start of the season as part of the World Cup entrant for a Czech team that underwhelmed. He was pointless for those games. Still hasn't scored here.
Backing up at the line, Jerebek drifted one towards the goal, wide of the blocker side of Krojul. Gudis battling in the far corner. Czechs find it. Voracek again looking in front for Plekanec. Pass partially blocked. Voracek resets. Voracek all the way out of the Slovenia zone to his own end. Finds Gudis. Gudis to Voracek. Down the left wing side, some room. Cuts in, curls around. Tries to throw it to the front for Plekanec a third time. And twice in a row it's been blocked. Voracek fights off the Czech. Now throws it to the slot. And a shot by Gudis is handled by Krojul. Robar in behind the Slovenia goal. 4-on-4 play, but the Czechs have dominated that as well. Sabolic coming in. Sabolic kept to the outside. Kondratic a steal. Slovenia. Lepay to Podlipnik. His shot well wide of the glove side of Mrazek.
Sabolic, 55 for Slovenia. The one player that's caught my eye each time I've seen them play. Motor's always running. Pseudo power forward.
And Sabolic's steal to find Tachar in on the right wing side. Off his skate to Sabolic in front, doesn't shoot. Pressure to the line, finds Tachar. Nice pass over. Looking to find Praetnar. Now a breakaway coming up for the Czechs and a backhand deep. They'll score. What a beauty for Chervenka. And it's 5-1 Czech Republic.
There'll be no coming back in this game for Slovenia, and Chervenka makes that known with that breakaway goal. His fourth point after an almost in one end. Praetnar, the defenseman's caught deep, and that allows Chervenka to get behind everybody. Fake shot to the backhand, the outstretched left pad of the goaltender Krojul. But waiting and then slipping it nicely into the lower part of the net. 5-1 Czech Republic.
Right off the skate of Krojul, who just did not have enough to get over far enough to his left. Chervenka deposits his second of the tournament. 5-1 Czech Republic leading Slovenia. 4-4 play, another 1 second. And out of the box is Kural to Kempny. Kempny changes. Czechs from their own zone. Approaching the halfway point of the third. 4-goal gap on the board as Ruda moves it up. Rekvik trying to drop for Vrana. Stolen. Back the other direction. Slovenia bouncing puck away from Ogrianchik. Now to Rodman in on the left wing side. Hooked from behind slightly. Rodman still in control. Rodman back to the point. Playing it across. Right side slapper. Deflected right through the goal crease. And Slovenia close to adding another one. We're answering right back. As Ogrianchik slipped it right through the legs of Mrazek through the crease and out the other side. Czech crowd picks their moments to be vocal. They back off a little bit as Slovenia picks up the puck, goes coast to coast. At the line, Robar gets around. Robar centering, side door, and the puck delivered over top of the left arm of Mrazek and wide.
Nick Pym had a chance at it, and it fluttered off his stick.
Long slapper by Pym again, top of the slot, hit the back of the net. Mrazek wanted that one whistled down. Won't be granted that. Kural to the line. Gregorts a shot. Blocker stop Mrazek. Rebound between the circles. Gregorts again to his right. Kural Drags back to the line, trying to get some space. Czechs tracked him all the way up to the point, so he'll shovel it down low. Slovenia working. Robar, some of their most consistent pressure in the Czech zone in this hockey game.
They needed this back in the first period.
Found a goal in the third off of Verlich. The Czechs replied with a nice breakaway deep from Chervenka to get the 4-goal lead restored. Czechs changing, long slapper chest time. Mrazek realizes he'll keep that one in play, just dropped it off. Voracek wanted to dance. 20 goals with Philadelphia this past season into the Slovenia zone, but right back out again. Gudis will handle.
A couple of players from Philadelphia named captain of their respective teams. Voracek for the Czech Republic. Giroux for Canada.
Voracek to Pasternak, has Plekanec with him. Pasternak to Voracek, backhander, knuckle puck, and that one stayed out.
Just tried to make a cheeky little backhand off the toe of the stick.
Kondratic in deep, swings in front right through the crease, and Plekanec picked it up late, was freed up to have it tap in.
Krochel's had enough. The goaltender didn't want to get up after things. He's probably seen enough pucks come his way for the afternoon.
Shots are 28-14 in favor of the Czech Republic. Closing the gap a little bit in that category, Slovenia have one to show for it on the board. Likely too late in this game, barring a magical comeback. Verlich, the goal scorer, pressures the line, nearly freed it up. Now Urbas does take it away, 3-on-2. Urbas has Mrzak and Verlich. Urbas can't get it across from the far boards as Kondratic stymied him. Urbas centering now and had a man in front. Verlich didn't reach that play either. Verlich behind the net. Czech zone, Urbas. Far side, Preknar lost it. Mrzak will collect, curling back through center. Oh boy, almost too many men on the ice there for Slovenia as they just get away with a late line change.
They certainly do. There's been 2 or 3 times this game where Slovenia's had an odd man rush and they just haven't got a great scoring chance out of it.
Rodman couldn't set anything up. Vrana turns in with it. Berner back for the Czechs, looking to the line. Ruda has to throw it into reverse as the Slovenia player comes back up. That's a defenseman, Krantz, joining the rush. Now he's caught down low. Can the Czechs swing the other way? Out of the reach of Vrana. Doubling back to help defend is Rodman, the forward. Moves it behind his net to Wiedmar. Back to Krantz. Krantz to center, Kofton up. Horak dishes, wrist shot, stop from Berner. And a blocker stop, he'll hold on, will Krojel. Czechs have added another one. 5-1, leading in the third. John Abbott, Dave Tomlinson with you. Czech Republic leading Slovenia 5-1 in the third. Slovenia too little too late.
Not exactly point night for the Czechs, but 3 players with 2 points. Chervenka with a goal and a helper. Kovac with 2 helpers, and then Horak is the 2-goal scorer. But they've got a ways to go to catch Artemi Panarin, who leads the tournament coming into play today. 10 points in 4 games for him.
Hansel out of the far corner, has Horak in front. Hansel kept to the outside by Robar. Hansel continues to curl out of the far corner, back up to the hash marks. Hansel hangs on to the line, across, Šimik to Gudis. Gudis in the slot, found a taker, but on and off the stick of Hansel. And it'll be Slovenia in the other direction. Penn couldn't get to the front of the net. Easy clear for the Czechs. Pepe's back with it. by Lipnik for Slovenia. 3-on-2 if they hustle into the high slot. A dish off won't be generated in a shot on goal at the line. Repe saves across for Jeglic. Pasternak a steal back the other way. Voracek tries to clear. He will. Slovenia at center.
Slovenia has got a little bit more pep in their step. It's not going to make a difference in this game, being down 5-1 here with about 6.5 minutes left to play.
Knuckling puck. Sabolic behind the D, in on Mrazek, shoots, left pad stop, rebound, and that one pushed wide by Jeglic. The best opportunity to make this a hockey game late was just missed. Mrazek got the first one, didn't have to make a save on the second one. Mrzak to the line, Kovacevic pressured, might send Pasternak on a break, but Mrzak tied up Plekanec, who would have sent that pass down the ice. Jeglic again trying to make up for his whiff. And it's Pasternak who steals, comes in one-on-one. The Bruins' first rounder kept behind the goal line. Slight bump from Kovacevic, but Kovac saves to the point. Kondratic shot blocked by Urbas. Pops back out against the Czechs.
Jeglic still shaking his head on the bench.
Verlic, the goal scorer for Slovenia. Was hoping to have some company, nearly did. Czechs out of their own zone. Pass through center, a good one. In on the near boards. Rodil. Kovac, a sharp angle shot blocked. Rodil far side, was trying to get to the front, leaves behind again for Chervenka, who has the 5-1 goal for the Czechs. Rodil out of the corner. Dangle shoots down low, stopped with the pads against the ice from Krojel. And despite each team having a goal in this third period, it is a 5-1 lead for the Czechs.
It is. And Sabolic get in behind the Czech defenseman. I think he's been Slovenia's best player, but Jeglic comes into a one-timer, and that's a feeling most of the fans for Slovenia had when Jeglic missed the net on the blocker side.
Vrana hunts one down in front of the bench, nearly gets ridden into it by Penn, goes right on goal, and Krojel will decide to cover up.
Game just stutters a little bit here. Czech Republic, as we had talked about, are looking at bigger and better things throughout this tournament.
5-1, Czech Republic trying to bring it home in Paris against Slovenia.
And in time, our technical partner wants to give us an even tickets tonight, and the official figure is 2,805.
Eh bien, sachez-le, et applaudissez-vous, vous êtes 2805 spectateurs.
John Abbott, Dave Tomlinson with you from Paris as they put the finishing touches on the ice surface. Slovenia hoping that that title doesn't apply to them, but the Czechs 433 away from their fourth consecutive victory.
Czechoslovakia split into the Czech Republic and Slovakia 1st of January 1993. The Czechs, the last country to three-peat, 99, 2000, 2001. Canada looking to do that at this tournament. Czech Republic, as we say, have gotten better as this tournament has gone on. The competition they're playing has kind of fallen off. Norway last game, Slovenia here.
Perner wins a draw at the line. Played to Vrana, his shot stopped again from the butterfly as Krojel wants a hot shower.
Czech Republic wants to change from being that team that you say "and" before. Talk about the World Championship, you hear about Canada, Russia, Sweden, normally Finland, and then you say "and the Czech Republic" before they were in that top list, and they're trying to ramp their way back into it.
Well, we mentioned how vast the difference is between the shots they've generated compared to the goals they've scored, and that has allowed tight games to develop. The 3 straight wins prior to this one. Belarus, a large margin, 6-1. Finland 4-3, and Norway 1-0. They've opened it up again here against Slovenia, as you see Gudis with a penalty, but take a look at the replay real quick here.
Yeah, Gudis just losing a battle with young Ziga Jeglic. So Slovenia, a late power play, 4:20 on the clock. Try to make something of it. This can be in lieu of practicing the power play tomorrow for them. Work through their movements here.
Third power play of the game for Slovenia. Sabalic, who had one of the more dangerous chances, was denied by the right pad of Mrazek earlier this period. Czechs can't get it out. Slovenia on the power play. Down 5-1. Czechs shorthanded, take their time. Moving it in is Horak and offside. What I was building towards, Dave, is the tight hockey games the Czechs have been in, obviously outplaying their opponent based on the numbers. Is that akin to knowing the type of effort level you have to put in against some of the teams before you get deeper in the pool?
It certainly is. Canada got their first real test of intensity against host country France last night. Found a way to win. Again, the Czech Republic just stumbling once it gets to the quarterfinals of the last 2 years.
Sabalic missed it. Mrazek out, wants to clear himself. Tachara a chance to knock it down far boards. Czechs trying to pry it free from underneath the set of skates. They do. Now the follow-up question, is that a recipe for success?
If you get hot at the right time, if your goaltender is spot on, the Czechs have used the power play to their advantage coming into this game and in this game, but it all has to click at the right moment.
Urbas hit some room, couldn't drag the puck free as it got held up between Ruda and his teammate working to the line. A slapper is blocked there off the stick of Kovacevic. Breaknard decides to escape the zone. 30 seconds remain. Slovenia power play. Out of his skates, Verlic, who has the lone Slovenia goal. Near boards to the line. Kovacevic, left circle. Back to the point. Spinning pass by Rodman, blocked away.
We've been referencing the work ethic of the French, and that'll be the next game for the Czech Republic on Mother's Day Sunday. An afternoon, late afternoon start. They won't be able to feel they can just wander through that game.
Bouncing puck all the way down to Krojo. He'll step up to play it away from Zahorna, who is in on the forecheck. Zahorna steals, checks changing. Zahorna will do it himself to the goal. Krojo, another stop. Puck still loose and scoots through the crease wide. And Krojo, I think once he's down, will stay there. Another wrist shot deflected wide. As the Czechs, they see an opportunity. Pasternak will try to find one. Played it right through the top of the slot. For Czech far boards. Deeper into the game with under 2 to go. Czech crowd getting louder. Kondratic off a blade. Near corner. Slovenia zone behind the net. Pasternak. Skates all the way to the line. Intended to curl back, then lost it. Czechs resetting. Room, Kondratic. Fakes, passes over for Pasternak flying down the middle. Couldn't connect with the Bruins forward. Voracek, side of the net. Back to the line, Kondratic fought off by the right hand of Krojo with the blocker stop. Didn't realize where the puck went. Voracek wraps it around, and a stop again by Krojo. He's on an island out there.
At times, Voracek just can use his strength and create something on his own.
Slovenia, 4-on-3, Czechs changing, setting it up. Kurov missed it. Could be a 3-on-2 the other way, but the Czechs couldn't send a man Chervenka out. 50 seconds to play. Radil through center. Cervenka in now, Radil. Men on the near boards with a hit. Lucic tied him up. Puck deflects down low off the back of the net. 30 seconds to go. Czech crowd is loving every last second. Slovenia trying to sit them down one more time. Cut to the front into Char, but Berner was there. Played it to Verana. 14 seconds left. Cervenka watching the play move up. Puck in the slot. Trying to find another one was Radil. Could not. 5 seconds to go. And the Czech Republic will pick up their fourth consecutive victory to move up the standings in Group B thanks to a 5-1 win over Slovenia.
On the strength of 2 power play goals early in the hockey game. And it went from there. Czech Republic never looked back. Slovenia couldn't get up for a breath of fresh air. And this game was one-sided.
Moving from third into second in Group B, only the Canadians in front of them. Czech Republic, a dominant 5-1 win in Paris.
Mesdames et messieurs, les meilleurs joueurs du match seront récompensés par la montre officielle du tournoi remise par Tissot, chronométreur officiel du championnat du monde IIHF 2017. Ladies and gentlemen, the best players of each win team will be awarded with the official watch of the event given by Tissot, official timekeeper of the 2017 IIHF World Championship. Les montres seront remises par the watches will be given by Mr. Frank Gonzalez, IIHF co-chairman. Le meilleur joueur de l'équipe de Slovénie, best player of team Slovenia, le numéro 16, number 16, Ales Juzic. Le meilleur joueur de l'équipe de République tchèque, best player of team Czech Republic, le numéro 51, number 51, Roman Horak. Mesdames et messieurs, veuillez vous lever pour l'hymne national de l'équipe de République tchèque. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for the national anthem of Team Czech Republic.
Well, a big win here today for you guys, but let's go back to the opening game of the tournament, a defeat to Canada. Was that a learning lesson for you guys, because you've been on a roll ever since, growing in confidence?
Yeah, I mean, probably, but also I think we didn't play a bad game against Canada. We just didn't score on our chances, and what do we want to do? We want to have a shot. We want to play quick game, and you know, a little bit last game we didn't play how we wanted. So we are glad we have a good start today, and we won the game.
Talking with Vinny Prospel before the game, he said that he really wanted you guys to focus on capitalizing on the power play. Was that the difference today?
Yeah, I think we scored 2 or 3 power play goals, so that's what we're trying to focus on, because in the big games, this special teams, power play or penalty kill will be the key role of the game. So we wanna be good, and it was good. We scored 2 goals today.
As the score began to become lopsided, it seems as though Slovenia was trying to draw you guys to become less disciplined. They wanted you to try and take the penalties. How important was it for you to stay focused throughout the whole 60 minutes?
Yeah, maybe that's what I tried to do, but we tried to be focused full 60 minutes. But we did a couple mistakes in the third period. We need to be better in that. But overall, I think we play a pretty solid game today.
Next up for you guys is France. They're playing right after this. Will you be sticking around to take some notes?
No, I don't think so. Probably coaches will stay. We will go back to the hotel and relax. Maybe we will be watching it at the hotel a little bit. We saw the last game against the Canada, and we know that they're playing good. They have a good crowd here, so it will be a big game for us.
Thank you so much. Congratulations.
Thank you.